Now, I've talked a lot on this program about the way Nicolle Flint has been tweeted. The way she's been tweeted, Freudian slip there. Yeah, the way she's been treated, and much of that has been on Twitter, of course. The Liberal MP has been bullied, threatened, abused and even stalked in sexist attacks over the course of her 2 terms in Parliament. Over the years, I've talked to her about this on the show. I've talked about how she's had enough and she's leaving Parliament at the next election. And in the past week or so, I've shown you how the abuse has continued and, incredibly, journalists, and especially the ABC, instead of defending her, have only tried to make matters worse. Well, last night in Parliament, Flint hit back. Here's a taste.
And the fact this has occurred on the public broadcaster, our public broadcaster, the ABC, says it all. After all, they have form when it comes to being associated with sexist attacks or comments about me. ABC's Q&A has never apologised to me when Mike Carlton live tweeted, and I quote, "Never have I admired Jimmy Barnes so much as tonight. How does he not leap from his seat and strangle the Liberal shill on his right?" Yet ABC insiders recently issued a correction and clarification to Mr Carlton for not quite getting a recollection of that particular tweet quite right. ABC's Pettigrews has never apologised for his attack on my appearance that he penned in a column for the Sunday Mail, criticising my appearance and my smile. So I asked the ABC, is this balanced coverage? Is this fair comment?
You get the picture. But the South Australian Liberal MP then went on to highlight reports of sexual abuse that the media too often ignores.
Today I heard 2 proud and strong Aboriginal women, Jacinta Price and Sharon Long, speak of their frustration that the mainstream media will not cover their stories and will not report their truth. So I say to the ABC, get out of the Canberra bubble, get out of the Sydney and Melbourne CBDs, get out to the regions to cover the stories of women like Sharon Long, who I never want to hear say the following words again, and I quote, "We have to live with an Aboriginal rape culture. Sexual abuse is accepted as normal in too many Aboriginal communities. When I have been interviewed by the media, I have been told not to use these words because they demonise Aboriginal men. The media don't want to hear the truth, but white feminists are allowed to say whatever they want. Why is it that Aboriginal women and children suffer the most, but they won't let us have our own voice when it comes to violence and sexual abuse in this country? Why won't they let us tell our story?"
Powerful stuff, isn't it, and worth running in its own right. And it was a telling criticism of the ABC too. Now, Parliament, as usual, was being broadcast on the ABC. Listen to what happened.
"Get out to the regions to cover the stories of women like Sharon Long, who I never want to hear say the following words again, and I quote, 'We have to live with an Aboriginal rape culture. Sexual abuse is accepted as normal.
With apologies to Nicolle Flint for the interruption. Just a few seconds to go before the House adjourns. That's all from us for this evening.
There was then 20 seconds or so of absolute radio silence before the ABC wrapped up a second time.
OK, it sounds as though
it being 8 p.m, the House
our colleagues are not
until 9:30
quite
tomorrow.
ready for us. And once again, do apologise to Nicolle Flint for interrupting her speech.
Yes, double apologies, hey? How very unlucky for the ABC to bail out on that speech by Nicolle Flint just when she was criticising the ABC and pointing out the issues that the ABC's been ignoring. Flint took up the issue in Parliament today, accusing the ABC of censoring her.
ABC Radio shut me down. They literally took me off the air. They censored me. Now, I'm deeply concerned that the ABC is now shutting down criticisms of their activities and their views. They are a public broadcaster. They are funded by each and every taxpayer around the nation. But I'm not most horrified about the fact that they silenced me, a Member of Parliament. They silenced the voice of Sharon Long, a brave, strong Aboriginal woman whose words I was reading into Hansard when they dumped me on the air. Sharon, I just want to say I will do everything I can to make sure your voice continues to be heard. And I say to the ABC, are you listening now?
They might be, Nicolle. They might be. But I tell you what, I don't think they're going to change.